Of all the statistics in health, death is the easiest, because you can go out and ask people, "Hey, have you had any children who died? Did your siblings have any children who died?" People don't forget that. If you take from the most wealthy and give to the least wealthy, it's good. It starts to balance out. Unfortunately, in rich world health, innovation is both your friend and your enemy. Innovation is inventing organ replacement, joint replacement. We're inventing ways of doing new things that cost $300,000 and take people in their 70s and, on average, give them an extra, say, 2 or 3 years of life. And then you have to say, given finite resources, should we fire 2 or 3 teachers to do this operation? I watched the piles of feces go up the conveyor belt. They made their way through the machine. A few minutes later I took a long taste of the end result, a glass of delicious drinking water. If you want to improve the situation of the poorest 2 billion on the planet, having the price of energy go down substantially would be the best thing you could do for them. You may have heard of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. There's another day you might want to know about, Giving Tuesday. The idea is pretty straightforward. On the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, shoppers take a break from their gift buying and donate what they can to charity. Married life is a simpler life. Who I spend my time with is established in advance. Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose. I admire leaders in science, people who really figure things out like Richard Feynman, or people who work on vaccines, tons of people working on the HIV vaccine. There are leaders in business, people like Warren Buffett, who've got a certain approach they take that is pretty amazing. There are product innovators like Steve Jobs were, where he gets behind a concept and does a fantastic job. If you can't make it good, at least make it look good. Microsoft is involved in setting some fairly key standards, and people are afraid of it because they think, geez, they are quite capable. It's daunting, I suppose. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. My dream is that every child has enough food to eat, good medical care, and the chance to go to school and even attend college. One thing people underestimate is how markets don't allow anyone to do anything except make better and better products. There's not much leeway. The world is a lot more competitive than most people think, particularly in a high technology area. If a company takes its eye off improving its products, if it tries to do anything that would be viewed as an exercise of power, it'll be displaced very rapidly. I keep bumping into that silly quotation attributed to me that says 640K of memory is enough. There's never a citation, the quotation just floats like a rumor, repeated again and again. Life is not a continuous process. There's some sort of finite number of achievements that defines your life. Discrimination has a lot of layers that make it tough for minorities to get a leg up. I have to admit that business-type thoughts do sneak into my head. I hope our customers pay us. I hope this stuff is decent. I hope we get it done on time. The little additions and subtractions that one has to do. Take sales, take costs, and try to get that big positive number at the bottom. By 2035, there will be almost no poor countries left in the world. When making choices, or setting policies about the economy, education, or medicine, society is best served by electing people who are particularly hard-working, intelligent, and interested in long-term thinking. I remember in 1980 or 1981 looking at a list of people who had made a lot of money in the computer industry and thinking, wow, that's amazing. But I never thought I'd be on that list. It's clear I was wrong. I'm on the list, at least temporarily. Microsoft has had many successful products. I'm committed to one company. This is the industry I've decided to work in. I never took a day off in my 20s. Not one. We get comfort from those who agree with us, but we get growth from only those who don't agree with us. If your goal is to make the world a better place, one thing you can do is pick a specific challenge that you really care about. Then, learn as much as you can about it and try to volunteer your time to help an organization that is working in this area. While you're doing that, look for creative new ways to use technology to tackle parts of the problem that you come in contact with. I failed in some subjects in exam, but my friend passed in all. Now he is an engineer in Microsoft and I am the owner of Microsoft. I believe technology will continue to become more affordable and more people will have the chance to use it. This will help more people get medical care and a good education. I read an hour almost every night. It's part of falling asleep. By helping us to be more productive, technology lets us to spend less time focusing on survival, and more on solving other challenges. I definitely think leaving kids massive amounts of money is not a favor to them. It is hard to sell Congress and the American people on foreign aid. Is it harder to do that than it is to sell billionaires on the idea that they should give all their money away? Before you were born, your parents weren't as boring as they are now. They got that way from paying your bills, cleaning your clothes and listening to you talk about how cool you thought you were. So before you save the rainforest from the parasites of your parents' generation, try using the closet in your own room. My grade point average went from a 2.2 to a 4.0 over the summer. I wanted to get straight A's. I decided to get straight A's. I didn't want people to think I was dumb. And when you get straight A's once, it's easier. I do normal kind of contributions, particularly for people who are going over to Africa and help highlighting global health, and that's tended to be pretty bipartisan in nature because of the coalition there exists fortunately around these global health issues. But I don't think my backing, putting a lot of money into political contributions is a way I'm going to try and help improve the world. The internet is just a passing fad. It's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure. I choose a lazy person to do a hard job. Because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it.